we don't care. JJ and Mengkin here to share. Sumo talk ain't no flair. Lazy vibes in the air. Might go stumble through. Sumo jams just for you. No script, no cue.
Hello, and welcome to Minimum Effort Podcast. This episode is awesome because we don't have Mengkin. He's hot garbage. He's out walking around in Japan, falling in love, even deeper in love, which, Charlotte, you're a saint. You're a saint amongst devils, and that devil is named Mengkin. But
My
who
Mengkin, my
better
Mengkin.
who better to replace him than the champ herself? The champ is here. Ashley. How you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
Can't complain. I'm still in my little cast. Still in a little cast.
Oh, cat. Oh, rough.
Yeah.
At least you're
Yeah.
not slanging. You're not slanging anymore.
I'm not slinging anymore.
All
And it's
right,
getting cut off
cool.
tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that.
That
I'm gonna have
mummified
little
hand.
my whole arm is gonna look like a Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, for real.
It's about the same diameter. It's just gonna be tiny.
Oh my
With
god.
hair all, it's weird smell too. I'm not looking forward to it. Not
Oh
looking forward to
man,
it. Oh man.
coming
So
off.
how long so we're going to cover a whole lot of sumo. But this is a time for me to hang out with someone that I don't get to see all the time, right?
I know.
Because you just own the West Coast. That's just what you're doing. You're
Pretty
up and
much.
down all the way through. You're like West
All
Coast, my coast. So how are
seriously,
you doing?
man.
Like, how are you like feeling after Worlds?
I feel uplifted. It's a good feeling, but then at the same time, it's kind of like a burden just lifted off my shoulders. So it's kind of like a
Mm,
mix in between both because the past couple of months been life, and so it was good to get it out the way, but the experience within itself, it made me power forward. It really leveled me up in a sense when I got back to the States. Like I'm like, all right, cool, 10, 15, 20 pounds, man. I'm about to be like, I'm about to yoke up. I'm about to, because I figured a lot of stuff out at Worlds
mm,
for the second time around. The first time I really just had like fun. Really, I'm always a competitor in a competitive mindset, but I had fun the first Worlds. This one, um I had fun, but I was finding a space to where I could just be to myself because I didn't stay with the team this year. So I
right.
stayed like in a local area, and I just kind of just wanted to be a free spirit in my own space to prepare myself for the world stage, and it was good. It was good. I had my moments to where I can see this is where the coaching comes in to where with everything that has transpired within the past couple months and how I wasn't able to train like I wanted to or how I did last year to prepare and how that affected me going into especially my weight division.
Mm,
And I was just I don't even know what was on my mind on that first match. I know I was trying to do something I shouldn't have been doing.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But that allowed me to figure out what my sumo was, and that's what I figured out um with this world. I figured out that I am a pusher thruster. Like
Oh
that
yeah.
is my thing. Like
Who
that
would have
is my
thought
thing.
a Muay
You-
Thai fighter would be a pusher thruster? Hmm.
so it's like when you like just that light bulb goes off, it went off for me this world's like
Yeah.
actually why even play around with anything else and how serious this is getting. So I figured that out, and then I remember I went to practice after Worlds, and Danny was like, "Why have cupcakes when you can have a whole cake?" You feel me? So I was like, "That makes sense."
Yeah. Yeah. There were moments, and I think that there's photos showing the moments where you were like man on fire, just there, like almost foaming from the mouth, but like collected. Like when people, everybody looks at Denzel and they're waiting for him to snap, right? They're waiting for him to snap. That was you. You're just there, like, all right,
Yeah,
okay,
I
all
was
right,
watching a lot. I was watching everybody and everything really as much as I could this year. Like last year, I wasn't really paying attention to people. I was just, like I said, I was having fun.
yeah,
This year, I really studied. I studied a lot of people. I studied. I was just, I was locked in. I was locked all the way in, and just seeing how people move and how much of an advantage I have in sumo if I just stick to my sumo and follow those goals that I have for sumo. I know that I'm gonna be the greatest of the greatest. So
100%. There's no doubt in that. There's no
yeah,
doubt. Like you have it. You have it. And it's, you know, physically, yeah, sure. Like a lot of people can have that. But you have it here, right?
yeah,
And that's only matched with the heart, right? And you had a lot going on outside of the world, right? There was a lot going on and you're like, I'm present in this moment. And it
yeah.
was almost like your life was like I would say it was like stroking the flames of your victory. You know what I mean? Where
Oh my
every
goodness.
everything outside was just like, that's right, let's go. You
Yeah,
got
like
this. Like, let's go.
yeah,
Um, and you had a lot of stuff, some personal things. You also retired from Muay Thai. Like, there's a lot of
yeah,
like life changing events, and life is it's hard. It's hard,
yeah. It is,
and
dude.
you rose to the occasion. Some people would have been like, fuck this sumo shit. I'm out. I got other things to think about. You're like, no, 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 no. I I got a mission. I got a mission.
Yeah, trust me, there are times like between like the fighting and then sumo and everything that happened in between, there were times where like my conscience would like I could hear myself saying, I don't even want to go anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Like, I don't want to go, but I have to finish. Like, I have to do this. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy because there were moments to where it's just like, I was just like to everything, but I couldn't back out. And I don't back out from nothing. So for
no,
me, it's
no.
like, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, like even being the person that I am, I do have those moments to where, you know what I'm saying? I had those moments where I was like, I don't even want to do this. I don't even want
Yeah.
to, I don't want to go. But, me being who I am, like I said, I don't back out from anything. And I know I had to complete this. So, and it
Mm,
was it was a really big year for us. So, I'm just happy I was able to really pull through for the team, man. That was so major. Like from the beginning, like going to the semifinals with teams that it was crazy because like y'all see it, but y'all not sitting next to these women. You feel what I'm
mm. Oh,
saying?
I
So
know.
it's
Yeah.
like every team, and I'm third to go. So I'm like, all right, every team matchup, I'm like, Kellyanne,
Yeah.
Eros, y'all gotta win.
Yep.
Y'all gotta win. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all gotta
Yeah.
win. And
And
then
and and that so when I was making the team, right? Apparently everybody already decided ahead of time what the teams were going to be. I never got that message at all. I never got it. Like I wish I would have got it. It would have helped me out. But when I was looking at it, I was like, all right, so we start with Kelly. Kelly's kind of like that first victory. Let's get that out of the way.
yeah, let's keep it. Yeah,
And Eros is going to come in, and once we got the clarification on the rules in multiple different languages, like, hey, hit him in the face, and she was like, what? And I was like,
yo, yeah.
go for it. Like they
Yo, when you, oh my god,
clearly said that as long as you're not winding back and hitting, you're good. And she was like, are you
yeah,
sure? It's like we
yeah. I was
asked
like,
in
yo,
four
you
different
said that, and I
languages.
was like,
Like, go for it. Hit them in the face. I don't
yeah,
care. They don't care. I don't care.
yeah.
Do it. And
It
she
was
was like,
clutch.
all
Yeah,
right. Like, I
yeah.
saw Arrow smile, and I was like, uh-oh, y'all all in trouble. But
Yeah, that was the best
that
news I heard. Yep.
right at the end, that your spot is probably the part where most people will like fail, right? That because that's a linchpin, right? It's because
Yeah.
of that third person if it's make or break.
Yeah.
And you're so calm and so collected that I'm like, this is a no-brainer. This is the person that you want to have. If you have to get that win because
Yeah.
one of the other two heavy hitters lost, this is the person. This is the person. So, no-brainer. And
Yeah.
and you showed up. You showed up. You showed up so much
Bro.
that Poland got mad. Poland got mad, and then they went behind the scenes, started bitching and complaining, right? And don't get me wrong, I understand what they were complaining about because the day before they
They
messed up
did,
on the
yeah. They
order.
messed it up. Yeah, I was like,
They messed
but
up on the
I'll
order.
go.
We
Okay.
didn't mess up on
Yeah.
the order. They messed up on
Hmm.
the order. So that was like a big issue. And they're like, oh no, they're switching their opponents, bop, bop, bop. And I was like, hey, no. And this poor
Nah.
dude that was trying to translate for them, he was like, you're yelling at me. I was like, I'm not yelling at you. I'm speaking deliberately with purpose that is a lie. They are wrong.
Yeah.
Because Poland ended up having to go against Ukraine. And they're like, no,
Yeah.
no. Oh, man.
It was good, man. It was just good all the way around, and then it was such a, and everybody sees it and like they see it for what they see it as, but like people don't know like um I went against her last year at Worlds,
Mm-hmm.
like, and she smoked me. Like I have a scar on my knee for life from that match,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and ever since that happened, I went back to practice and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna start doing open weight. I'm gonna start going with all the big people,
Yep.
all the big people. You know what I'm saying? So, I figured out a thing, but um, besides that, it's bef- when Eros lost that match, because I mean, it was she was so close to winning it, and then
So close.
that reversal, I was just like, okay,
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
we go,
Yeah. And
and that.
even the way that all of that went, Eros, like, as Eros fell, the Ukraine like fell on top of her. It was like a weird sliding thing. I was
Yeah,
like, what in the
yeah. It
I
was
was
it was a sick move right at the end. It was, I
mm-hmm.
was not expecting that. And when Arrows came back, and before I went up, she was like, "Avenge me, Ashley."
I know she said it exactly like that
Yeah,
too. That
just
is
like that.
Eros.
Yeah,
It was exactly like
avenge
that.
me, Ashley. And I was like, I said, it's for the both of us, man. It's for all of us. And I was just like, and then one thing that really stuck with me, and I wasn't consciously thinking about it until afterwards, and things just sat in. One thing Kelly Ann always talks about is taking your time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. And the day before, when juniors were competing, the salt was out, but then they ended up smashing all over the salt, so they took it away, and I was just like, no, no. Right? So it's crazy because I didn't see the salt at all until we had to go against Ukraine, and then I looked at the
Mm.
doyo and I was like, yes. So I was like, yup, let me purify because it's about to go down. And then I went up there and I I took my time.
Mm-hmm.
I because I was like, I looked at her, she looked at me, and it's like, and how I described it with her is like Matilda and Miss Trenchbolt. That's
Mm.
like that's how I look at her when she looked at me, is like this big old, everybody just wants to take her out, right?
Yeah.
So, and we
Undefeated for
staring at
five
each other,
years.
and then yeah, I just stood there and I'm like, I wanted to see what she was going to do. I wanted to see
Mm.
if she was going to keep staring at me with that grit, but she bowed her head down. And like Tyson said, once you stare at somebody and then
Mm.
you just lock in on them and then they drop their eyes or they turn it, you got them. So
Yep.
I was like, all right, cool. So I my placement, I backed up a little bit just to see what she was going to do. She didn't move. So I was like, all right, big girl, I'm going all the way back. You don't even know what's about to happen. And as soon as Hakioi went and boom, I smashed her in the face, bro. It's like I tell people, people in sumo, if you've never been struck before, you're gonna go into shell shock.
Uh-huh.
And her emotions took over because as soon as I popped her in the face, it was just a slap and mush and slap and mush. And then once she hit me, like I tell people, once somebody hit me, it's the ancestors. It's not me no more. It's like the ancestors came out. The ancestors literally came out as soon as she hit me. My whole demeanor changed, and it was just like okay, because she just kept slapping, and then I just seen her hands
Mm-hmm.
go up, and I faint, and then I went under because what I noticed in practicing with the bigger people, if you can move and you can circle, the lead leg is gonna be available. So you just have to find a moment for it, and I found that moment for it, and it was great. It was great.
Let's speaking of big guys, let's bring in our biggest of big guys.
Bruh. I can't wait to see Big Rob, bro. I'm be like, hey,
Big
bro.
Rob.
Yeah, Big Rob. Mind you, Big Rob can just mush me out with one hand, just one push.
He bigger
Like,
now too.
phew.
Oop. Nah, that wasn't right.
Hey.
Where you at? Where you at? Nah. Dude, that's a big
Yo.
old leg. And then this is followed
Oh
up
yeah,
by the
this was epic.
Kellyanne one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was like the first major win with that technique.
First major
So
win, yep.
yeah, it was gnarly. Yeah,
I
yeah.
also like the
Kellyanne,
ukemi after.
yeah, you got to keep rolling, bro. You understand? And Kellyanne, I haven't beat Kellyanne since. So
I like how right there Kellyanne still took the victory. It's like, wait a second, huh?
so did Ivana. So did Ivana. I was like, yo,
That's
you,
because
you,
it's auto. It's so like,
she's so used to winning, bro.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. It's like, what else
Oh,
do you do? This was a really good one. I hit you
oh
up and was like,
man.
oh, you have to make sure to get this. There's a little
Yo,
bit
have
of
me roll.
commentary. Let me turn this up because you can hear me talking. Let's see. That's Melly Mel.
Yo, I was just like, I had no chance against Arrows, bro. She, bro, had me rolling like Sonic.
You
Rings popping out and everything, yo. Yeah, like I tried it. I tried it.
tried.
Tried it. I tried it. I tried it.
It's
I
it's,
tried it.
it's Eros has like she can track you like oh
Yeah.
and she goes. It's so
Yeah.
good. It's so good. Um,
Yeah.
but
And I
then
was
that
I was
brings
so I was so surprised watching Arrows use the Sapati so much. And I was like, damn. I was like, go
yeah,
ahead, Shawty.
yeah.
Because
I
usually
it's
she
fun. It's funny once we found out that that was like there's always the gray areas of sumo, and I'm trying to get rid of that. I just want it to be black and white, right? I just need it,
yeah.
the rules black and white so that the sport can grow. And once they said, "Oh yeah, just as long as it's to the face, you're good." And it's like, "All right, y'all the ones that told me that. All right, here we go. All right." And speaking of,
Oh my
here we
gosh, this
go.
view is crazy. This is the wildest view of this whole match.
Yeah. Look, she
Shout out to
eclipsed you.
Brazil. Exactly. It's oh my gosh, exactly.
Boom. Push,
So
push, push.
good.
Boom. She
Yep.
hits you,
Move.
and right there.
Yeah.
Now she's in a fight. She's in a fight, and she ain't
Yeah.
winning.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
her face, and she's just like,
She
"What?"
couldn't even believe it. What? Oh,
And
it's so
my
good.
favorite part afterwards was hearing all the Ukrainians, like, because they kept saying the word "bitch." I know that word very well, because they were
Bro,
upset.
in that video, right? I literally watched like every section. I didn't even watch me no more. I was watching everybody's reaction, right? And you can see
Mm-hmm.
Ukraine before it pans out. They're
Yep.
like, as soon as she hit the floor, they're like, I was like, Yeah.
Yeah. I on the official one that they put on YouTube, there's like a release of your emotions where
Oh,
afterwards, after you win, you're there and you're just like, bah, 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 and you like I'm getting a little emotional talking about it, but it's like you can see that your soul was lifted. You're like,
if you know, you know, and a lot of
mm-hmm,
people don't know. Like
yeah,
when that happened and I fell after she fell. It was I swear I wasn't even in myself when that happened, and I went one, two. I literally tapped back into Ashley and was like, Ashley, you cannot be doing that, right? I literally told myself. So that third one was like a half one, but it hit
mm-hmm,
right, and I got up
mm-hmm.
and I was like, nope. I was like, attention, and I was just like, because I literally had to tell myself within that moment that you know what I'm saying? Because I'm very aware of how sacred sumo is and how professional
Mm-hmm.
you're supposed to be and things like that of
Mm-hmm.
that nature. But it was just like, if you know, you know everything within those past couple of months, and like,
Yep.
and mind you, long live my brother. It was my brother's birthday, so it was like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It was a lot, and spiritually just going into the match, and then like I told Brenda, I was like, she sent me this. Brenda, I love Brenda. She sent me this reel of, you know, when you're laughing at something you're not supposed to be laughing at, and
Mm-hmm.
then it was like Buddha came out, and then the girl started praying, and I was like, I said, Brenda, that's how I felt when I was clapping the Dohyo's cheeks. I was like, I know the gods is watching. Oh man, but then it put me in a realm because after that match, you know, Kellyanne went to compete in Japan. We got a nice article in the Japan Times. If you
Yep.
ain't tapped in, you need to tap into that. But then it started trending on Reddit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And um I'm a very, I don't do bad mind things, like I just don't do negativity, but the world, the internet, to me I feel like it's like yin and yang. Like the internet is so devilish. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's so
Yeah.
devilish. So if you don't know how to interact with it, or if you're a person who's not emotionally stable or whatever, you know, don't have that kind of confidence to know that, you know, people gonna talk what they talk. Because I was, and everybody was talking about that. There was a lot of people talking about my reaction on Reddit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading it and I was just like, they don't know. So it's like it don't bother me personally,
Yeah.
but I feel where they were coming from. But that's your perspective. You feel what I'm saying? So and then it goes to this recent basho, this recent Grand Sumo, where everybody was criticizing um the Yokozuna for the Henka. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's not illegal. And it was a strategic, smart move for him to continue to move on. So it's like everybody has their opinion. Everybody's gonna critic. You think the Yokozuna gives about this comment, that comment, this comment, that comment? So it's like I only tap into social media when I need to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not a overly user, because before Worlds happened, I literally was off social media. I deactivated my accounts for like 2 3 months. You feel
Yep.
what I'm saying? And so coming back to it, it's like I still have that same mindset. Like I'm only here for my people and to do what I got to do or spread what I got to spread. But yeah, I seen a lot of that comments about that and my
You know, I
reaction or
saw
whatever the case may be.
mostly
Then
positive. I saw
but
mostly
then
positive.
it's mostly positive, but the comments on the reaction, but then there are people, there's no need for me to comment, because here go the train of Ashley
Uh-huh.
representatives is like, yeah, put your fucking finger in the air, and yeah, more athletes need to celebrate, and fuck what you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
and fuck what you're talking about. So I'm like, yeah. So I just sit back and I just enjoy every bit of it.
I think if regardless of how much they like some people try to put amateur sumo into a bubble of pro sumo, and it's not, right? It's its own thing. It has to be its own thing. It
Yeah.
but then there's parts where you're dealing with people that have different cultures, and people are going to show emotions, and they're going to be
Oh yeah.
happy, and there's going to be that. I think that backflips probably are too far, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's
too far.
way too far.
But but just like showing emotion and then being able to bring it back in, collect yourself, and then finish the match, like that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Like you can, for across the board, if you look at judo, you will see celebrations like that in judo. And judo, regardless of how much the sumo community likes it or not, that's kind of the archetype of what's going to be our sport in the future.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Most definitely. Reasons why I'm going right back to judo practice.
yeah. But yeah, man, this was a lot of fun. I think that this is a great stopping point for us. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a one shot. During the one shot, go ahead and tell people where to find you. Maybe they want to do private lessons with stick fighting or something along those lines. And then give us one quote, any quote you like, and then we'll call it an end of the show.
Well, for those who don't know, my name is Ashley Smallwood. You can find me on Instagram or on Facebook. Ashley Smallwood, the Soul Snatcher on Facebook. If you're looking for me on Instagram, is SD Soul Snatchers. San Diego, baby. SD Soul Snatcher. But yes, I teach privates. My world is martial arts, so I really specialize in boxing and Muay Thai, but I also teach Arnis. I'm working with both staff, so I work weapons training. So you just come to me, call me, So contact SD Soul Snatcher on Instagram, and I'm on Facebook. I'm probably on Twitter, but I don't be on there either. I'm on Snapchat. You can look for me there, but I don't be on there either. But love you guys. Ciao.
Never effort to the max. Sumo wrestling, no tracks. JJ and Mengkin just relax. Life unfolds with chill acts. Legend falls and strides. Sumo tales bringing lives. We just chat, no surprise. Lost in stories that thrive. No edits, no fuss. Sumo tales.